Alright, we're going to be watching Luxicon, who's playing Anna. This is low plat, high gold. I assume it's high gold. I usually pick the lower range when people give a range. Um, Playing Anna on Eichenwalde, and this is on PC. When I play Anna, my go-to objectives in the order that I find the most important is to 1. Keep our tank alive, 2. Flex on enemy tank with anti-nades and sleeps. If I'm not being dove by enemy DPS, then I save sleep. 3, 4. Support teammates and do damage of my own. Can you give me advice on how to improve further when reviewing this game? Thanks. So I think that's like an okay priority list. I don't think that's a great priority list. I would say probably number 1 is not die. Then number 2 would be keep tank alive. Number 3 would be keep DPS alive. Number 4 would be landing grenades. And I think so grenades and sleeps are tricky because it's like highly situational, right? Just because I want to be using my grenade doesn't mean I have an opportunity. So I'd probably say like number 1, stay alive. Actually, no. I would say number 1, if I can land a fight-winning grenade, throw a fight-winning grenade. Number 2, if I can land a fight-winning sleep, throw a fight-winning sleep. They're basically like tied to like 1A, 1B. Followed by keeping myself alive. Followed by keeping the tank alive. Followed by keeping the DPS alive. The trick with the priority order is that, again, like, I might have grenade available, but if I don't have any good grenade targets, then I don't want to throw it. You know, even if I can hit the tank, but I know that it won't result in the tank dying, I should not throw that grenade. And I suspect, I've not seen this replay, but I suspect that may be a problem here. Again, it's very simplistic to simply be like, oh, okay, try to hit the enemy tank with a grenade. Like, yeah, but again, will it actually do anything is a big question, and that requires you to actually have a lot more game sense to recognize how the fight will play out. So right here, when he goes behind the car, reload. You're at 8 ammo. Your Ryan's at full health. All right, you want to get ready for the next fight. Ammo management is really important. So again, right now, critical moment, you're only at 6 ammo. You have to find good opportunities to reload. Okay, you're still going. Your Ryan's still not in that much danger. You really should have taken the opportunity to reload. Right, you should reload right now when you're going behind the car. It's like actually crazy you still haven't reloaded yet. Now you reload. Yeah, but good opportunities is important. You're down 1 right now, but your Ryan's in, so you know we can keep going. So this is kind of tricky. So theoretically, it looks like a good grenade, right? The Sojourn is out of position. Your Ryan's about to swing at her. You know, you throw this grenade, and then Sojourn dies. The thing is, if I see this, I think the Sojourn has slide, because why would she be this close to the Ryan at the very beginning of the game? There's no reason that she wouldn't have slide in this situation. So at your level, I think it kind of makes sense to throw a grenade, but the higher game sense player would recognize that you should not throw the grenade yet and confirm that she doesn't have slide. So now you don't have slide when you really want it. Again, when you're walking up here, Ryan's full health, you could have taken this opportunity to reload right now. So you throw the sleep, but the sleep is bad, okay? Because what does the sleep really end up doing? Like, yeah, the Ramacha's sleeping, but then what? You know, like even if he gets that pin, I don't think it necessarily means anything valuable. The Viracha's still going to be at full health. Okay, if you had grenade with it, then more understandable. But sleep alone, I think Viracha just pop Nemesis and be totally fine. All right, so this fight is not what matters. I want to make that very clear. This fight, who cares about this fight? These tanks could be bashing each other in the face for forever. Your goal is to kill the rest of these heroes and or the Mercy in the air. So right now, I would be prioritizing, hey, can I get a nade like somewhere here where I can splash everybody? Or B, just kill the Mercy in the air right now. But unfortunately, you're doing the wrong priority, which is trying to kill your Ryan. Right? Grenade's good, but now the problem is nobody can follow up on it. You know, they're behind cover, they're safe. Genji dies. So do not walk this close up to the doorway. There's no reason to walk like this. Okay? Just play further back, even go behind the cart if you really want to make absolutely sure you don't get picked here. So you see that Sojourn start flanking on your right. Again, you're playing too close. That Sojourn could easily blow you up if she was better. Right? If she got damage boosted there. So grenade, fine. Like none of this matters. This is all clean up. But I think you made a bunch of suboptimal plays there already. Yep, move the cart, it's your job. Just reload right now, right? Doesn't hurt, just reload. Nobody heal, just reload. get used to reloading whenever you get a moment to. Don't do that sleep. This is a bad sleep. Right? Save sleeps for like, does this sleep A seem likely to hit? And B, does it get me value if it lands? Even if you hit the Ramacho right now, how does that help your team win the game? It doesn't. Right? The Ramacho will just be sitting here, the Mercy will be pocketing him, okay? The Ana will be pocketing him, the Genji will come up, shoot him in the face once, and that's it. Now, no value there, and it leaves sleep down for 14 seconds. I think a good rotation through halls here. I think you need to get up to the left right now as soon as possible. So you're doing a thing where when you heal, you start walking towards the target. Like, you don't need to walk towards the Moira here. You can just heal from inside, which is safe. But you walking forwards exposes you to, for example, if the Sojourn or Echo were here spamming you, like, you can get hit here. Like, just heal from indoors. Reload. So you're in a weird situation where you have Nano right now, but your Genji's only at 60%. Ideally, you want a Nano Genji, but if you see a way to win a fight with it, probably nanoing Rein, then go ahead and use it. So sleep goes off. Yep, just chill, it's fine. You lost Hanzo. So I think good nade here. So I don't pop Nano on the Rein until he gets close. Right? Because remember, you're down 1, so it's 4 and 5. So even if Rein kills one right now, it's still an even fight. So I want to confirm, is this actually a good shatter that will result in us winning this fight? Because this does not look like a good shatter to me. You have the Nemesis form Ramattra, who's shattered right here, who probably is going to have ulti soon. And the Rein doesn't actually do that much damage. So I'm looking at this. Again, I would have kept healing him and just like looked. Because there's no point nanoing him early, right? You just run the timer out. I'd wait till he gets close, then nano. Right? Then he gets charged. Getting shot from above. So the correct call there is to move forward, not backwards. Right, when you got shot, just go underneath. Because then that forces the soldier to have to drop down to hit you. Going this way gives the soldier more time to shoot you, and she could potentially come in here and try to fight you. Yeah, you should grenade yourself before going out the doorway. Ugh. You're very lucky she did not chase you. Aim is pretty decent here. I think that your aim feels good enough. It's not a problem at all. I would say even higher than. Oh, now. As soon as I say that. So you have to stop trying to shoot people through walls. Like, I've noticed this multiple times, is that you keep trying to shoot your teammates through walls. Also, that's a bad grenade. It doesn't go over the top anyway. You should have thrown the grenade right away, right here, right now, and just try to splash it against the ground. But you wait too long. You also had sleep available. Okay, so you also could have fired sleep here to give your Rein a chance. He should really go to the Mega. He dies. I would just... I don't know if this is winnable. Yeah, I think this is... I would also consider just jumping off the cliff. Just to reset the fight. Right, Rein's back. Echo's dying. I think going high ground here is actually reasonable. I think if you go high ground, you could potentially push out this this Sojourn. But... because really, right now, your Moira should be pocketing your Rein. And give you more freedom to do stuff. So again, another sleep, which is like not necessarily a high value sleep here. Again, the Ramattra is being like pocketed here by the Ana, right? Plenty of healing. The sleep is not going to do very much. I would save sleep. Right, heal the Moira. Okay, so you reload. And you see your Rein is purple and your Moira is missing like 60 health. You should heal the Moira right now. Lost your Widow. So you should have heard the shooting above and recognized that they've had high ground control the entire time. Like, you should have looked down, you should have looked up right away. So this is another situation where you're just not getting a lot of value right now. Your Rein is like kind of up there, but high ground never got cleared, which is like sort of your fault. Like I mentioned, you could have helped clear it earlier. But you kind of do both things wrong. You don't help your Rein enough, and you are not able to peel off the Mercy / Sojourn. You know? And then you waste that nade up there, which is like great, but the Sojourn's not going to die anyway, versus like trying to nade up front, and maybe your Rein can make a play. But regardless, I mean, the positioning advantage for the enemy team is just way too much. I would be thinking mentally, like, okay, I have to help take high ground because my Rhine isn't doing it, and you cannot play up there without high ground. You know, right now is a good opportunity to rotate left, up through the tower, and take high ground. You decide to play main. Again, your soldier dies. Unfortunate. Your Rhine is dropped. There's nothing you can do right now. I would probably try to drop as well. Yep. Play up. Play a little further up, right? Like, it's really hard for you to land the shot, but you're not in any danger. Alright, so you got way behind in the heal race because you just try to shoot from it. Just walk, just literally like 1 meter forward would make the shot. So, like, you missed multiple heal darts there. It's very, very bad. So you can see right now, you know you lost one initially. Just traded for the Mei. You just lost a Widow. So it's currently 4-on-3. Alright, again, your healing comes too late. Your Rhine gets purpled, which is really bad. So now you can't even nano. Alright, you see you nano, but he doesn't get any health. So he gets slept. Doesn't really matter. I think you probably could have just died there. Yep. Oh man, you lost a huge opportunity right here. So 1, 2, I would have walked forward and naded this wall. Right? And then you probably would have killed her. You still have the nade. Yeah, you just died with nade. That's really bad. So you end up super staggering yourself instead of just dying with your Rhine. Another example where you throw nades like super early, but like, is this the right time? Like, is this nade going to result necessarily in this Ramattra dying? Maybe, maybe not. Like, maybe he just doesn't die here, which is also seems to be what happens. Versus like throwing a nade over in the back line, or just saving nade for like a little while longer. Does die. You should take this opportunity to kill the Mercy. Alright, good sleep on the Mei. Yeah, just drop. Just use the cart as cover from the Mei. Alright, she wants to come up. That's fine. She wants to do this. So you do the thing where you aim for the nade first instead of the dart first. Dart first, then nade. Because you shot your dart into the ground. So you're... Yeah. This is really bad. You're just rushing this absolutely like fight so badly. Like, you can just ignore the Mei for a little while longer, help frontline, even walk over here and clearly force the Mei to leave cart to go engage the rest of your team. And then you let the Mei kill you very, very easily. I think this is just like basic like dueling mechanics fail. Like, you didn't even need to win this duel. All you do is delay the duel. Where even is your Rhine? When did he die? Ah, he dies over here. It's a nano sojourn. So you had the opportunity to look back and chuck a nade here, and that would have been really big. Again, like, chucking a nade right now would be absolutely massive. And just ignore the Mei, right? Like, as long as you play this side of the Mei, she can't do anything to you when you're behind the cart. You're way too preoccupied by the Mei. You gave the Mei a ton of value. Simply looking at her gave her a lot more value than it had. If you had not looked at the Mei and just played front, even if you just totally ignored her and didn't try to fight her or anything, and just focused front, I think you win that fight because you keep your Rhine alive. And then your rest of your team would have cleaned up the Mei after you died. Okay, so now we're going through castle, reload. So, I understand this nade because your Rhine's like kind of low, but your Rhine's also clearly like playing slow for a second. I don't think I've checked this nade. Your mortar is also going to him. I think you save nade here to make sure you get an anti out of it. So right now, I look at the situation and be like, my team has plenty of health. My goal here should actually be to kill the enemy right now versus trying to heal my Rhine. Number one thing is for me to kill the enemy because they're all super exposed. I have great positioning. The Reaper's flanking in the back. Get kills right now. Right, see how you're just staring at your Rhine doing nothing because he's purple? This is an opportunity that you could have fired. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 darts could have been fired by now, right? And you just fired 1 at the end, so you missed 5 possible darts that you could have used to shoot somebody. Also, you didn't reload. Now you're super low in ammo. Now the fight's impossible. So we can see again when you're healing people, like you can't help but walk towards them. See, like you're actually better being over here than over here. But because when you're healing, you kind of drift towards them automatically. You should think to try to separate like your movement versus your aim on different wavelengths. Like, you know, patting your stomach while rubbing your stomach while patting your head. So again, you go here. You're at 166. Your Orisa's still in the front line. You have 3 ammo. You decide to go on this little walk. You're slow to reload. You know, your Orisa could have taken damage. I know you didn't want to re-peek that because of Hanzo, but I would definitely be worried about that. That's a really bad peek. Once he starts looking at you, you should stop that fight. That's not a good sleep. You should heal your Baptiste. You see your Baptiste is walking in the disruption orb right now, right? See, he's at 50. Right now, he's already lost 75 health. You're just not healing him, despite the fact that he is right next to you. See, then you walk back through the disruption orb for some reason. So you take a bunch more damage. Everyone's full right now. So this corner is okay, an interesting one to take. I think I would be careful here. Lamp is forced. No. Yeah, it's like you understand the Baptiste, the Bastion is super low. You throw the grenade, but why not keep peeking, right, to get the heal off as well? Because I think that if you peek there, I think that you could have slept the Ramatra and gotten a kill. So I would say that's another mistake. All right. Ramatra pops ulti. By the way, anti-grenade is a great combo with Orisa ulti. So you pop nano here, which is probably okay. Yeah, kill soldier and get out of the orb. Great. You should heal the Baptiste here, right? Super low. So no reason for you to get this far in front. Like, this is a huge overextension. You have no idea if somebody's coming in for this room. The Ramatra could just pop Nemesis right now and 3-shot you. Right, Vortex plus Nemesis, right? And he throws a shield down, put him to sleep, and you die. You can see how low the Bastion is in the far ground. And you should have been prioritizing trying to heal the Bastion. Instead, you walk up here as though you're a frontliner. Again, every single time you do this, you can die. You just don't respect your enemy enough. At higher ranks, you'll get absolutely punished for that. That's not a good grenade. Right? He's got Nemesis anyway. Even if this grenade lands, it's not going to be very helpful. You should focus on being able to pocket your Junkrat. You're slow. Like, your Junkrat drops down and is able to be healed right now. Alright, your Junkrat dies. I think that was savable by you if you've been focused on trying to heal him the moment he came into view. You push out here as though you're going to get a kill. That Hanzo headshot or arrow could have easily killed you. No reason for you to push it up that far. Just stay back. Try to farm like a little bit faster so that you can get nano for this next fight. I really think that I really want nano so that I don't lose this fight. Dragon goes off. Again, another nade, not very good. Could have waited longer, a lot longer. Like, they weren't even committed. You really want to nade when they start committing to screw them up. Alright, so you're at 0 ammo. The soldier dives in to go kill your Junkrat. You should have immediately been looking for a trade. So again, you walk forward and try to do a thing where you nade the team, which would, even if it landed, wouldn't have gotten you any value. Orisa dies, or rather, Echo dies. As you step up over here, you pop nano, which is not great. Like obviously your teammate's already sleeping, so what's the Nano supposed to do? She wouldn't get exploded anyway. That was a great opportunity to scope and try to kill the Ana. Alright, you're slow on the grenade. Kill the Baptiste. Nope, you're slow healing the Baptiste. So you also see right here that the Mercy is incredibly low at 50 health. You should have one-tapped her at any moment in time, including right now. Still one-tappable for quite a while. Okay, and then you end up taking this. Yeah, I mean, first of all, post losses instead of wins. I think you learn a lot more from losses than you do from wins. I suspect that you probably feel pretty good about your performance this game, but I would say that on an A to F scale, I'd probably give this like a C minus. So you make a lot of mistakes all the time. Um, Other than your aim, I think your aim is actually fine on both scoped and unscoped. I think your aim is fine. Good even. I would say it's actually better than your rank. At least high plat, if not low diamond. I think your aim is totally fine. I think that you get almost no value out of sleep. I would say on a again A to F scale on sleep, I think sleep was like a D. I think if you didn't have sleep in this game at all, it basically wouldn't have changed the outcome. For grenades, I think you get okay value. I would say give it like a C grade. Um, you miss a few, but also like you just don't throw them at necessarily good times where it's actually going to result in kills. I don't think you can read the situation well as to whether or not it's actually going to get kills. I think that if you do throw a grenade, it's almost always only on the opposing tank instead of splashing the backline, which actually gets you way more value. You don't look for any opportunities to get kills, even when multiple like easy like one-shot kill opportunities show up. I think at times you struggle with like what to do and where to go. For example, you don't take high ground, or when your tank gets purpled, you just stare at your tank for like 6 seconds instead of actually doing anything else that's reasonable or useful during that period of time. Also, fighting that Mei, for example, was just not a good call. All you had to do was kite the Mei as long as you could, and then force your team to come back to help, and you could have saved the Rhine, which would have won you the fight. And I don't think your nanos are very good. I don't remember your nanos like providing a ton of value typically, and there are fights that I feel like your team would have already kind of taken under that situation, and the nano itself didn't necessarily help you very much. Remember the nano you gave on the Rhine when he was purple, and then he died like instantly after that. Yeah, I don't think the nanos were very good. Yeah, and then I would say last thing is just like those weird over aggressive moments. I don't. That's probably not worth enough for a high level item because I think you generally did a good job of staying behind your tank. But those weird like run forward, try to grenade at the beginning of defense didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Okay, hopefully that's helpful.